Hi, I'm Dianne Welsh, and I'm the Hayes Distinguished Professor of Entrepreneurship and the founder of the Entrepreneurship Programs at the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. I am very excited to be teaching the franchising class to you, and as far as I know, we have the only online franchising class for credit in the country, and one of the few franchising classes offered online or face-to-face in the United States. I have been studying franchising now since 1988, when I wrote my dissertation on reward systems in franchising, and I did that with Burger King, and that study included things about after each workstation, and the people would rank their workstations from 1 to 7 to most favorite versus least favorite. We would start the employee, and these were all part-time college students, by the way, at a lower level, maybe 5 or 6 of their favorite. And then when they improved quality, which was our main goal to increase, they would get to work their favorite workstation the very next time they worked. And we improved quality by 60% in that Burger King, and the employees were much more motivated because they had a choice of what they wanted to do. So that gives you a little bit background. I have also written 6 books on franchising now and a number of academic articles. Right now I'm writing a book chapter on family business and franchising. And what we know is a lot of family businesses are in the franchising field, both at the franchisor and the franchisee level. But nobody really has ever written about that. We just assume that. So that's what I'm doing right now, which is really exciting, I think, because many of us end up in family businesses. About 85% of all businesses in the United States are family businesses. And franchising is about 44% of the total retail sales around the world. So you can imagine that you put these two combinations together, and it really is a formula for success. In the class, in terms of learning objectives, I want you to learn what you need to know to be either a franchisor, then that's the person that starts a franchise, or a franchisee, and that is someone that buys into the franchise and runs that franchise, manages that franchise, or has other people do it. There's multiple franchising concepts we'll talk about in the class. Or if you end up working for a franchisee or a franchisor, either in a management capacity or at headquarters. So I really want you to grasp the advantages to franchising, the disadvantages to franchising. And in the course, I've brought in a number of guest speakers that can talk to you about what it's like to be a franchisee. And one person had a Waffle House franchise with a number of locations here in the state of North Carolina for about 30 years. Another franchisee is with the Subway franchise system, and he has been with them about 25 years in that system. And the third is owner that was a franchisee and converted to owning the business herself without a franchise relationship. So hopefully this will give you a good view of what franchising is and how it relates to your career. If this is for you, if this is a future endeavor, or this might be an opportunity for employment in some ways. What I tell my students is, once you're my student, you're always my student. Anything I can do to help you now, in the class, or in your career, in the future, I want you to call on me. I have students I've taught for 25 or 30 years that I'm now teaching their children. So it's very exciting to me. And I am in the field of entrepreneurship because it's exciting. It is the one major or minor or classes, if you can just take a few, that are going to help you adapt to a changing workforce, adapt to a changing environment, teach you how to be flexible, how to deal with ambiguity, to be creative in all you do. So I define entrepreneurship as to be creative and innovative in all you do, and that really applies to everyone. Franchising has wonderful opportunities for you, but it's not very well known, and very few courses are taught in it because you really have to have the expertise to understand it. So I am hoping through this class that you really understand what franchising is and understand it more fully to determine how it's going to fit into your future and your goals. Thank you very much, and I look forward to having you in class.